CG Market Watch.
Alright, and guys, today on CG Market Watch, we're gonna talk about why do ICOs fail. So Mike, why do ICOs fail?
Okay, first up, right, we say that ICOs were very popular last year. They made a lot of money,
Right.
billions of dollars in like a couple of hours or like within.
Billions? Really? So much? Well, okay.
I'm
aware.
Yeah. Then this year they kind of took a downward turn. Right, it's getting harder and harder to raise money, and it's not that the projects are getting worse, but there are other factors coming to play lah.
Okay.
So the first one we look at is money getting smarter?
Okay, so who's getting smarter, the money or the investors themselves?
The investors who are putting in the money.
Okay, so just gotta correct that. So the investors are getting smarter nowadays, right? And I think also because the market is tanking, the market is not doing very well. So people are less optimistic. They are more pessimistic now, right? So these people, you know, they want to hold on to their tokens instead of investing into a project that they have no idea about. But the one thing that I think we're both aware, you know, is that there are a lot of different tokens around. Okay, and there are still ICOs coming on, but we have no idea about them. Like, it's so difficult. It's like so difficult to just have to understand everything in the market right now.
Too many choices.
Yeah, so many choices. So and investors. So when you have so many choices and they understand that now you cannot do a 40x, a 10x. It's kind of impossible.
Zilliqa is a 20x.
Okay, Zilliqa is a 20x,
Yeah.
but there are exceptions here and there, right? Definitely. But you know, it's like a scattershot kind of thing. What if you invest, say, $1,000 into each project, 10 projects, and you just hope that one will 10x to kind of recover all your money, isn't it? So, yeah.
Okay, so other than that is last year we did very well. The market cap grew to like what, 200 billion?
We did very well? Okay.
No, the cryptocurrency market did very well. Okay? And then this
I wish
year,
I did so well, okay?
and then this year January had a correction, right? A
Yeah.
very big correction.
Yeah.
50-60%?
About there. Yeah.
So I mean, people get more cautious. They realize that ICOs are not just like you throw in and then like magically the money just increases on its own.
Yeah.
So because of that, we tend to be a bit more conservative, hold the stables like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then when we find good projects, then we just invest out a bit, like hedging out. But it's not like we're shooting our money everywhere anymore, just to try and hit lucky, get lucky.
Yeah. So I think the traders and investors are getting smarter. That's a definite thing.
Okay.
And yeah, so I think that's the main thing.
Next one, poor conceptualization. Do you think that's a thing?
Wow, this is oh my god, this is major, alright. So I've interviewed a few projects before, and I've read quite a fair bit of white papers. So did our Mikey here, alright. So we read through so many white papers that we realize it's either an issue with tokenomics, it's an issue with Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, or they just look very similar. I have no idea why. Maybe they discussed together when they created a white paper of different projects, you know, like how you do it in school. So, so I realized, hey, you know, wow, the concept is pretty similar, yeah, and I don't want to mention which projects.
Not names, right?
Yeah, I can't say that, alright, it's not, okay, but what are some of the examples that you have seen so far? Like, no, sorry, let me correct that. Not copy and paste, but rather what have you seen so far that has failed or that has not been in a good conceptualization?
Not good conceptualization.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We go to like the weed related tokens, you know, like
Sure.
Bitcoin, Huobi, okay? Those are just, don't know if it's a joke,
Yeah.
if they're really serious about it, but those aren't really good concepts. Other ones that is, as you're saying, copy and paste, right?
Yeah.
We have a lot of supply chain management, we have a lot of cross exchange platform,
A lot of smart contract
a
platform
lot
as
of
well.
smart contract platform.
Different protocol, and the best part about smart contract platform is we realize that they just throw in all the big terms, right?
Decentralized,
sharding,
Internet of Things,
decentralized, right? What else do you have?
all the SEO stuff.
So things like that, which is fantastic. Internet of Things, that's more big data,
peer-to-peer
peer-to-peer, lightning network. You see, we can even start our own smart contract. We can throw in the 6 to 10 terms that we have read from different white papers. I think it'll be successful, I'm sure.
And then the MVPs, okay? So, not MVPs,
USP.
USPs, so unique selling points, right? Not every token down there actually solves a problem. They may have a USP that's just there to try and sound unique, be it the way that they raise their funds through, like, instead of going for an ICO, they go for an auction.
Yep.
If anyone knows which coin that is. Or they do a year-long ICO because that's unique lah.
That has a lot of bugs, isn't it? Because they didn't test it properly.
Allegedly.
Okay.
So all these are like USPs that don't really help the project. It's just there to like, make some waves in the pool. Like you hear something different and you're like, oh, okay, that might sound good, or like, that's interesting.
I think the unique selling point part is quite important because there are a lot of projects that are doing the rough. This is almost the same exact thing, right? We talk about shared computing power. Golem was one of the first project I felt. And then suddenly there's like 3 to 4 multitudes of shared computing power projects coming on. And then they just kind of innovate and change the term a bit and then insert in faster TPS or something. And therefore, it's a new project. I have a unique selling point. It's shared computing power plus faster TPS or something like that. This is what's happening right now in the market.
And then you add in like anonymity.
Decentralized. Same thing. Same old.
Okay, so next one they have lack of users and clients.
Okay,
so for this, right, is there's a few reasons that could happen. Either the field is very niche, like go to like doctors who wear spectacles. I'm only targeting those people. So like there's a very small market, like you kind of set yourself up for that one.
Okay.
Either that, or because there are like so many tokens, it's very hard for you to make any impression on the audience. Because out of 1,600 tokens, I mean, who's gonna stand out the most, right? Those that make the most noise. So in the crypto market, it's not difficult to make noise, but it's difficult to make any meaningful noise. So you have to pay for stuff like AMAs. You have to do interviews,
which we do.
Okay, which we do.
Email us.
Go for networking, get a social media presence, have your own following, preferably organic and not paid for.
Definitely.
But all these are like indicators. So like also their Medium account, they need to have a GitHub account, a YouTube account, and basically populate all these areas with a lot of content. So this is like some of the ways that they try and make noise. Like, who keeps popping up on my YouTube? Bunny token used to keep popping up, and now
this is the big rewards as well.
Big rewards also kept popping up.
So I think LA token now, right, or something like that.
There's the one token for 4 platforms.
Alright, so this is basically SEM or SEO for you. Like, you know, when you search something, real-time bidding, there's system. Okay, anyway, so I think one of the reasons why crypto market can really populate, it really grow by leaps and bounds was also because the social media was able to populate first in the first few years, back like maybe 2010. Social media wasn't that big back then, but because of all this, it become ubiquitous. Everyone is using it, be it Instagram, Medium, or whatever, and therefore crypto they can then write on it. Now imagine, let's say you have no social media, no community, no following, no nothing, and then you try and start a crypto project. It's almost impossible to raise funds back then. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna call? Are you gonna SMS people? Or
2009.
2009. So
10 years.
It took about 5 years for the social media market to mature, and then after that it took about the 2-3 years for crypto market to mature in that sense. Right? So what was the point again? I'm going out of context today.
It's a clients.
Clients, very good. So dApps. So dApps, right? We talk about dApps here. So some dApps or certain apps that you've created, certain projects, you don't have a lot of user base, you don't have a lot of user data, and therefore you fail in terms of big data, you fail in terms of Internet of Things because you don't have enough sensory data and things like that. So it's a huge problem. And partnership, it's all about cross partnerships here as well, between crypto projects and also between blockchain projects and also between the real world partnerships. So big companies, IBM, different auto industry companies always come in, different university technical teams are also coming in. So I think it's a good sign. Banks as well, although we don't really like banks, but of course, we need funds to come in and we welcome them, right?
So next one we go on to people are getting afraid because of how many scams, how many hacks, and people impersonating admin, all this during the Telegram group. So like people ask you for your private keys, people ask you for your wallet address, and then they claim to be admin and like try and promise you stuff like early allocation,
bonuses.
And in response to this, right, I mean, people get more wary, the money also starts coming in more cautiously, but more than that, the regulation starts to step in, right? So recently, like 2018, regulation has been kicking up about all the ICOs, like SEC has come in, and China bans their ICOs.
So China did ban ICOs, that was last year, right? And then now they are kind of reversing that. It's like a reverse ICO kind of thing, but they're not exactly reversing ICO yet. And my point of view for China is that, and like how President Xi Jinping did mention it, he cannot openly say he's allowing crypto market or cryptocurrencies in China, because that will be like, you know, opening the can of worms. And so that's why he said he was pro blockchain. If you realize, that was the term he used. It wasn't pro cryptocurrency, pro Bitcoin, pro that currency itself. It wasn't. And they actually even had plans to develop their own PBOC token, which I think that's what they're trying to do. Alright, so will they open up the ICO market? It's a bit tough to say. But honestly, as we know, we have seen that there are actually quite a fair bit of Chinese projects still pushing it on. Okay, we're not gonna mention who, but you know, but there are. Okay, so that's what we are aware of, and you know, even in South Korea as well, right? They're opening up ICOs again. So, as Singapore, it's ourselves as Singapore as a financial hub. You know, we are not saying that we're banning. We're not saying that we're accepting. We're just somewhere in between.
We're just not saying anything.
That's what we always do, right? Singapore. Boleh.
But do you think this regulation will help the money to flow back into the space, or will it hinder the money from flowing?
Well, this is a short-term and long-term thing. In short-term wise, if you were to put a ban on ICOs, it's actually bad for the market, right? So less funds will flow in. But if you realize the funds are only within the crypto space, they are not mainstream investors coming in, okay? But in the long-term wise, regulation is always better, it's always good, because you want bigger funds to come in, and they will only come in if they have confidence over how the regulation is controlling the market. Okay, so this is the main, how investors think and high net worth people think, is that they want to have control. In order to have control, you need to have regulations, and therefore in long term wise, if the funds were to flow in, or if you need new fresh funds to pump in, you will have to go through regulation. We have to generally accept that that this is going to be the future.
So you're saying that the regulations is a short-term hindrance, right?
Yes.
But in the long term, it's gonna pay off.
It's going to benefit the market in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so in that case, we've covered most of the main points why ICOs may not be doing so well this year, but we are still optimistic, of course. I mean, as the regulations kick in and they become more and more adapted to the space and the needs of the space, then I guess we'll see more and more people coming in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I think that's all for today. If you
Right.
have any more points, just let us know downstairs.
Yeah, so downstairs.
Down below.
So like, comment, subscribe if you have any other point of
And
view,
share.
and share with us, and let us know what you think about why ICOs fail. Alright? So take care guys, we'll see you in the next video.